My guest today is the professor of Caucasus University in Azerbaijan, Farhad Mehdiyev. Welcome to our studio. Thank you. Today we will speak about Azerbaijan's becoming non-permanent member of UN Security Council. What advantage will Azerbaijan take from non-permanent membership? First of all, it's very advantageous for the image of the country. Well, Azerbaijan is a young country and it has been just celebrated 20th anniversary of its independence. Actually, UN Security Council is one of the well-known institutions in the world. It has a number of authorities, including the authority of using force, which is mentioned in the 7th chapter of UN Charter. And Azerbaijan will become one of the 15 members. It's true that it will be one of the non-permanent members, and it doesn't have the right to veto. However, it will use the right to vote equally. Azerbaijan will twice be chairman of the UN Security Council, on May 2012 and on September 2013. What impact will it have on Azerbaijan? What will be its role during this chairmanship? I want to inform you that every country becomes chairman or president of UN Security Council once a month. The proceedings are like this. The representatives file motions and present it to the chairman of the council. The chairman evaluates those motions. There is also a deputy chairman in UN Security Council. The deputy chairman have a big role in defining the agenda. He must prepare the agenda a week before and submit it to the UN Security Council. 4 UN resolutions have been passed during Nagorno-Karabakh war, and this council have the right to use force. Will Azerbaijan be able to bring Karabakh issue to the agenda again? Will Azerbaijan's non-permanent place on the UN Security Council have any influence on discussions on Karabakh conflict? Well, I would like to speak about the authorities of non-permanent member states. They can present a new project proposal to the deputy chairman of the UN Security Council, and they hold meetings to discuss this proposal. But before the meeting, it must be confirmed by the UN Security Council. 9 delegates must vote for, and permanent members must not veto this project proposal. Besides, non-permanent and permanent members can present a new project proposal to the deputy chairman, and they can offer to hold discussion on failure to carry out 4 resolutions of United Nations. However, this proposal is also put on the vote. What I want to say is that there are several states who can veto our project. These states are Russia, France, and America. So Azerbaijan doesn't have authority to bring those issues to the agenda because it will be vetoed by one of those 3 countries, especially Russia. Let's turn to voting process. At the voting held by the UN's General Assembly, Azerbaijan received a 155 votes and won. What was the reason of this victory? Did it win thanks to foreign policy or what? Well, perhaps foreign policy of Azerbaijan had a big role in this victory. It was also the country's one of the aims to join UN Security Council. For a long time, a lot of work has been done to achieve this success. I am also happy about this victory, so a lot of countries gave their candidacy. However, among those countries, Azerbaijan received the majority of the votes and elected as a non-permanent member. Thus, it can be deemed as a comprehensive victory. Several Azerbaijani experts claim that this membership will bring problems to Azerbaijan rather than positive change. What can you tell us about it? I agree with this. Of course, there will be some difficulties and problems. However, we became non-permanent member and we have obligations. And of course, we will face difficulties. We must not be afraid of these difficulties. These difficulties can be eliminated by pursuing a successful policy. To note, from now on, Azerbaijan will be involved in decision-making at UN Security Council for 1 or 2 years, and this membership will create an opportunity for Azerbaijan to develop its foreign policy. How will Azerbaijan carry out its chairmanship? Will it have representatives or office at UN Security Council? Well, I will not be able to say exactly. It depends on the government's decision. However, Azerbaijan can be represented at UN Security Council without opening any office. Again, I want to note that the country can achieve success by pursuing successful policy. I found out that the community don't have enough information about structure of UN Security Council. What can you tell us about structure of UN Security Council? How are discussions held, and what are other procedures? How proposals are made? What are the conditions for holding discussions, etc.? Please tell us information about this. First of all, I want to say that it has 15 members. 5 of them are permanent members. They are France, Russia, America, China, and England. And the other 10 are non-permanent members, which are selected by General Assembly for 2 years. Permanent members have the right to veto. If they put veto, the decision is not carried out. The permanent members also have right to put veto on determining the agenda. They can refuse against some issues that not to be brought into the agenda. A state about which discussions are held can be invited to those discussions. In this case, a proposal is given to their chairman. For example, when there is a meeting to discuss issues related to Yugoslavia, for example, then they offer the representatives from Yugoslavia to take part in these discussions. The chairman decides to invite him or not. Then UN Security Council can make compulsory decisions. According to these decisions, they can carry out certain sanctions against states, including economic and political sanctions. These decisions are made based on 7th chapter of UN Charter. The reason why 4 resolutions by UN has not been executed is that these resolutions are included in the 6th chapter of UN Charter. In those resolutions, Armenia is not mentioned as an occupant country, but as the Republic of Armenia. Therefore, no sanctions can be made against Armenia. However, they are invaders. You know, the Council of Europe Parliamentary Assembly and European Union Parliament have resolutions recognizing Armenia as an occupant country. However, Armenia is not mentioned as an occupant country in the resolutions made by the UN Security Council. Is it possible that sometime this country will be recognized as an occupant country? Well, it's not possible, I think, because Russia will not let it. Well, is it possible from now on decision can be made on this issue? I don't believe that there will be any decision on this issue, and at least Russia will prevent that. Thank you. My guest today was Farhad Mehdiyev, professor at Caucasus University. Thank you.